What's happening, people? Welcome to Music Monday. Music Monday it is, and today in the skillet we're going to be talking about a tune I wrote called Gravel Road. Man, there's a lot in this one. I don't want it to get too long, but I'll touch on a few pieces of it. So, what is this song about? Well, I can tell you I wrote it at Deerwood, and I was living there, and my dad and brother and I had been fixing part of the asphalt road that came into the property. Had cracks all in it and potholes, and rather than repave the whole thing, we were putting pea gravel in it with these giant buckets, 5-gallon buckets, come with tar, and it's thick, but it's not so thick that you can't spread it. So we would put the pea gravel in there, put the tar on top of it, and then we would smooth it in with a steel bristle broom until it got level. So we've been doing that all day and fixing them. And we had the buckets upside down and had it roped off in these sections so the cars knew to drive around it, not through it. So the next morning I'm sitting there on my sun porch where I wrote so many of these songs and looking down over the road, and I see those buckets, and that's where the tar buckets on the road. And your faith-based fuel's running low when you're broken down, busted up at the end of a gravel road. Now, right past that, it turned into a gravel parking lot, and then a whole other gravel road went to the other end of the property, and it was so peaceful down there. I had the idea, wow, time really does stand still at the end of the gravel road. So rather than get too long-winded this, I'm just going to tell you songs about life, and it's about getting your teeth kicked in and ups and downs, and and how you are going to react to that. Because life's not always fair. So it's taken three different kind of random images and leading up to a conclusion that, I'm older now. I've given this life everything I have. I just want to sit down under this tree and watch the tree swallows fly and meet my maker. And you're totally good with it. So, you've tried to live the best life you can, try to be the best person you could. And it's time to go. You don't have any more to give. And you're ready to move on and you're cool with it. So the situational verses leading up to that, some of them are kind of funny, some of them are truthful, some of them are personal experience, some of them are more broad than that. You can put yourself right in the middle of it. But we'll just dive into some of them right quick. Tar buckets on the road, and your faith-based fuel's running low when you're broken down, busted up at the end of a gravel road. It's like a country road in Texas, and that's what I'm talking about. Dad talking about fixing those roads out in Texas with gravel and oil. It's so damn hot, you can feel your sweat boil. If you've ever been to Texas in summer, especially West Texas, you know how hot that is. Second verse. Preacher stole your last quarter and he pitched it in the well. He left you with a tray at the buffet of life's living hell. Well, that's just about people lie, cheat, steal. They do. They take advantage of you, try to get over on you. You got to rise above it. You got to put it behind you. You got to figure out a way to deal with it without eating you alive. Now, the back half of that verse is kind of funny, kind of little John Prine humor. So you think you're headed to purgatory. Well, man, you're already there. You got a pitchfork resting in your hand and a halo in your hair. And that's just a paradox of good and evil in all of us. Hey, is my angel going to come out or is my devil going to come out? We all have it. We're all capable of either reaction. You're going to decide which one you're going to use, which is just kind of funny. And time stands still at the end of the gravel road. All right. The next verse is, well, you can listen to that one for yourself. I got that idea from Walter early, and I thought it was so funny. I just had to get it in there. That's right. It is a shit sandwich, and you're going to eat it or starve. And if you're lucky to live long enough, you get to show your scars. And a man's got to tend his territory. He keeps his head down to the stone. He keeps his powder dry, his friends near, and his words close to the bone. What's that mean? Well, that's exactly what it sounds like. Be truthful. Be true to yourself. Be true to your friends. Keep them close around you. Surround yourself with good people because you're going to need each other. All right. Last verse just kind of repeats that again. Tar buckets on the road, looking at it again. There's not much further you can go. You're getting towards the end of your run, end of your life. You don't have any more to give it. It's just a few more miles away. When you get there, if you don't know what to say, and that's kind of like you getting to St. Peter to the gate, you don't know what to say. Hey, just rest your soul and watch the tree swallows fly, and it's all going to be okay. It's all going to be good. So life stands still at the time stands still at the end of the gravel road. So that's kind of what we got today. A tune I wrote on that Life Got in the Way album that came out in 2018 called Gravel Road. It really is. It's kind of a southern rock anthem, country rock kind of feel. Really like it, like the way it came out. All right, quickly for you guitar players, because I always show you. All right, here's another one of these weird ones. It's capo second fret. Drop your E and B down to D and A like you do in Dadgad. And you put a capo on second fret and you play it's an E. Instead of playing playing fully up here where I've got my middle finger up on the 6th string on the 2nd fret. And there's a hammer on the C sharp. So I'm hammering on the 5th string on the 2nd fret, which is C sharp, and picking it. And then it goes to A, D, A, D, E. And then the modulation up is just, the walk up rather, is just A sharp, B. And then walk down from D to A to back to E. And that's pretty much it. Now there's a weird bridge chords in it that, you know, I'm not going to get too much into that because that's a lot different. But it's kind of how you play it. It's pretty, you know, it's not difficult to play, but it is in that weird tuning. Top string stays up at the E, so if you don't get it tuned like this, you're not going to quite get the same sound out of it. You can play it standard tuning, but it's not going to sound exactly like this. So I always like to show you that. Again, if anybody wants to know more how it really looks, just, you know, join my Patreon or email me or whatever, and I'll kind of show you how to do the rest of it. Gravel Road, Music Monday, and as Paul Harvey would say, now you know the rest of the story, and you certainly do.